Welcome to San Jose Tree Service Incorporated. Today's video we're going to be talking about the licenses and insurances you should be looking for when hiring a tree company. My name is Robert. I'm a certified arborist here at San Jose Tree Service. I'm also the owner or president of the company. And when I started, I had to learn about what insurances and licenses were necessary when starting the company. My father owns a company as well, so he guided me through the things that were necessary. Here in California, we do need quite a few things to become an accredited business or someone that can do business within most cities. The first thing, the most important thing, is a contractor's license. If you're going to be performing projects over $500, you need a contractor's license, whether you're a tree service or a landscape company. And the way you do that is you go to the California Contractors Association and you take a test. You take the test, and if you're a tree company, you want to get the D49 contractor license for tree work. If you're a landscape company, you need the C27, and that's to be able to do irrigation, planting, lawns, anything to do with landscaping. So there's two licenses that you need here in California, and they don't have a lot of overlap. Again, if you have the C27, you're really not allowed to do large trees, and if you have the D49 for trees, you're really not allowed to do a lot of landscaping. So you need both, and we do have both. The next thing you need are insurances. In order to run a business, you need to have liability insurance in case there are any damages to property while you're doing work. Because we're a tree company, there's lots of risks involved. If a branch falls and breaks a window or takes out a part of a roof or a fence or a power line, we carry liability insurance so that we can cover those large expenses. Most companies have either 1 million or 2 million, and some even more than that, that cover that amount of damage. So again, tree companies, even landscape companies, legally are supposed to have liability insurance. And there's lots of different carriers, but you want to check for liability insurance when you're doing large projects, because if something's damaged, you want to make sure that it can be covered. The next thing is Workmans Comp. That's for employees. Once you have employees, you need to have insurance that protects them as well. Because tree service and landscaping are a dangerous industry, we're climbing trees, we're using heavy equipment, we're using wood chippers, chainsaws, stump grinders, all things that could cause major harm. You want to make sure you have insurance to cover that. I know there's been cases where clients have hired a company that doesn't have that. They've been injured on site. The company hasn't had Workman's Comp, and they were able to sue the client because they were injured on their property. So one thing that's helpful when you have Workman's Comp is that you can cover any injuries that occur while on someone's property. But if that isn't what the company has, then you're liable as a client, and you can be sued for having them on your property or if they're injured on your property. So those are the main things that you need for a company. And here's two more that are important. Is a city business license. Legally, to do business in any city within California, you need a business license to work within that city. So whether it's San Jose, whether it's Palo Alto, Mountain View, each city has their own business license that you as a company need to have so that you can do business within that city. And the next thing that is important to us but not mandatory is to have a certified arborist on staff, someone who's knowledgeable within whatever scope of work we're doing. As arborists, we're knowledgeable in tree care. We know how to properly care for and manage trees. It may also be helpful to have, if you're a landscape company, have an irrigation technician, which again we do. We have certified irrigation technicians here. It may be helpful to have a horticulturalist. It may be helpful to have qualified chemical applicators. And again, we're trying to have as many certifications as possible so that we can provide the best care and quality for our clients. And those things are helpful, and you can go beyond that. You can have a degree, you can become a master arborist. There's so many certifications that are helpful, and those are things to look for when you're hiring a company. Often we get asked when we go out to do a bid if we can match other competitors' quotes. And usually I'll say we're willing to do some matching if we can, as long as the company has those basics: a contractor's license, liability insurance, Workmans Comp, and an arborist on staff. If they're compatible in those senses, we're willing to work with the price. But a lot of times when you're hiring a company without those, you're often going to get a lower price because they don't have to pay those insurances, which they are expensive for a company to have, but very, very important when it comes to safety. And if anything were to occur, any damages or injuries, they're all covered. So I hope that helps. When you're looking for a company to hire, you want to get somebody with a great reputation. There's lots of great reviews on Yelp and Google and all other places, so I would certainly encourage you to check those out. Check with your neighbors. You've got Nextdoor, great places to look, but also look for those licenses, insurances, certifications. Those are all critically important. So if you need our help, we're happy to help. We provide quotes throughout the whole Bay Area, and we're creating these videos to help you as our clients and anyone who wants to watch, to get educated and to learn more about the tree industry. So like, share, subscribe. We're going to be making videos to help you out. Thank you.